the thing you made. Oh, you didn't go with that?
What thing did I make?
I thought you made a what you call it? The little background for Real Housewives.
That's it right there. You want to see it?
The people behind us? I thought you.
Oh no. Not for this.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome everybody. We're back, and we're here to talk that stuff. Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 14, season 8.
For the past 10 minutes, I've been dying laughing.
Oh my gosh, my husband decided to come in. I mean, it's been a mess. So, but we're here. We know you all have been waiting.
Don't do that, because we got like 160 some views.
I know. That's what I said. They've been waiting. And so, let's get started. They started off with Karen and her daughter getting tattoos for her triple 20. And you have tattoos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I don't have any, but oh yeah. But I hear that it can be painful. But we haven't seen Raven in a while. But she is in New York doing her fashion stuff. Seems like she's doing well. And they end up getting, G for Georgia, which was her grandmother or mother, one of them. I thought the G was going to be a little bit bigger, but it was cute and it was appropriate for her triple 20. Like she didn't need no big, large G on her calf or nothing like that. But it was cute.
Otherwise, I'd be asking who that man is.
Right. What G stand for? It's a double meaning. But they also discussed getting her daughter together with Giselle's daughter. You just kind of talk and get together. And Raven, she had like a little interesting look on her face. And I guess because
of Giselle.
Yeah, because Giselle, like her and her mom, like they go through a different season. So she probably didn't know where they were at this point. But she said what did she say? This is when they was getting a tattoo. She was saying she didn't want to fall into the same footsteps as Juan and Robin because they both got the ring. And she was like, we see how that's going.
And I'd forgotten about that.
Me too. I totally forgot about that too. And Karen is so dramatic. When she was getting that little 2-minute G, she was making them siren sounds. I was like, Lord. The guy was like, I could have been done much quicker if you haven't been so dramatic. But anyway.
Let me tell you something, though. When I got this tattoo right here, I almost fainted.
Really?
My whole body was sweating. I felt like I was gonna faint. Oh yeah, this hurts.
I still don't know what that is. Yeah, I know you told me before. I think I asked.
Strength and courage.
Oh, I meant the words.
And then, it's in
something else. Okay. Because you're not like, I don't know if you've seen like where you got to find the letters in something, but okay, as long as it wasn't English. Now I wonder if it's I guess so. Just as I'm tapping with my nails, I can see that being like a sensitive part of your hand. So yeah, but my stepson Akeem, he got, I guess they have tap out sessions, and so he got a whole sleeve, and basically you just go until you tap out. Like they'll keep going until you tap out.
That's got to be expensive.
I don't think it's expensive. I thought it's like you pay. That's why it's a tap out. So if you tap out and they just started, you still pay the same price as if you get the whole arm. So it's just like, if you can tolerate the pain, then keep going, that type of thing. So
after a while, you kind of you get used to it. You feel it, but you get used to it. It's kind of like when you're online and you get paddled. It's like the first week you're about to die. After week 3, 4, 5, it's like, come on. Come on. That's what you want to do. Just come on. I see why you laugh.
So Candace and her mom, so they meet up because Candace wants to have this Mother's Day event because the people in the group all have a special relationship with their mom. And when I think about it, they do each have, it may be interesting or hard fought, but they do have all of their moms have been introduced on the show for the most part. And so she wants to have a special event for them. She is inviting everybody except for Giselle, which I was fine with because just because Giselle probably wasn't gonna come no way, and they don't have a good relationship. Now I was surprised she invited Ashley because of the whole stuff with Michael, but she invited her. But at this point, she wasn't sure, I think, about inviting Robin, but she ended up inviting Robin anyway. So the next scene was Wendy meeting with them potential podcasters. She's going to start a daytime talk show. And Marsha was the lady that she was working with before as a producer. But Marsha wanted 50% ownership of the show. And that was a red flag for her. So she got rid of Marsha, which I feel like she should. Like, I don't know anything about producing and nothing like that. But to me, like, if it's my idea, I bring it to you.
It's my capital. I'm trying to find the money.
Yeah. I'm just like, what did you, I mean, yes, you helped me think it through, but I'm also paying you to do that. So it's not like, to me, it's like, okay, let's say if it's like a friend and y'all, it's like, okay, can you help me start this company? And y'all started together and it blow up. That's different. But like if, yeah, you know, in any case. So she talks to the people and it seems like young. They looked pretty young, but they seem to be willing and ready to do her first episode within a month of them talking. So we'll see what happens with that. I know you're not a Wendy fan, but I do like that she definitely is a dreamer and she sets goals for herself or whatever. I don't know if she achieves them all because some of them are far-fetched, but I think she'll achieve this one. I think if I'm not mistaken, I saw something on her on Twitter where she actually is doing it. Yeah, I thought I saw something
that she has done it or is doing it, like in the process, or will, you know.
It was kind of like on the next episode of type thing.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. I didn't watch it or anything, but it seems like she is doing it. Let's see. Neck and her sister go shopping for furniture. I
like her sister.
Yeah, her sister seemed like a nice regular person. Like she could have been cool on the show and replaced NECA actually. And her sister is her sister's doctor. It's like her sister was something. They were arch enemies. They got a good relationship now. Oh yeah, she got a lot of money. She's a doctor, but she got a lot of kids. And their dad is a cardiologist. So they come from money. And I guess, I mean, I know like
sounds like Married to Medicine material.
Possibly too. Yeah, they might be moving to Atlanta or do a Married to Medicine Potomac or something.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that show in Los Angeles? Married to Medicine.
You know what? Because it actually was pretty good. I like the Los Angeles one. I don't know what happened unless they just didn't get the views that they thought they would. I don't know, but I liked it. I forgot all about that. Let's see. This episode was kind of blah too. Karen and Giselle, they meet with the girls for breakfast. And I guess both of their girls were in Jack and Jill, but at different times because of their age difference. You ever heard of Jack and Jill, or was there a Jack and Jill down there? Okay. I thought it was something about, and I don't know if it's true, but did you hear that you have to make six figures to be in Jack and Jill?
You have, okay, so there's from what I understand, I don't know this as fact. You have to be affluent. What affluent means, I don't really know what it means. You have to, like both the mother and the father have got to have some stature in the community. Okay. You know, that kind of stuff. Okay. And it's driven on legacy. It's driven on legacy. Like non-legacies can enter, but it's a strenuous process.
Okay. Now I know they were starting a chapter in Madison, and they invited, this when the boys are younger, and they invited me. It was like almost an informational session to see if people were interested, but they didn't give any details about requirements or anything. So yeah, I don't know what they have a chapter now, but I don't know what it all took to get it going. But in case, I guess Karen was the president at one point, and Giselle, she claimed Giselle was misbehaving, but I guess they had a cookie competition, and I guess it was on the show. I remember them doing something with the cookies, but that might not have been on the show. But in any case, Giselle claimed that she should have won, but Karen was hating. But her niece ended up winning or whatever. It sounds like Giselle didn't follow directions. Like her cookies may have tasted better, but that wasn't all of the
requirements.
Yeah, the requirements or whatever. But I think I hadn't watched the show yet when you texted me about the eggs. Karen ordering the 2 scrambled eggs or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, she sure did. So maybe she can't eat the
actual chicken.
Yeah.
So but she can eat the eggs.
Yeah. I don't know. And do you know what it is about? Because I know, like, I watched that show on Netflix. It was a documentary. Was it You Are What You Eat or something? It was something that was in my thing over the holidays I watched. And it was actually like they took twins and they put them both on diet. One was like a vegetarian or maybe vegan diet, and the other on a carnivore diet. They all were low carb. It was healthy in general for both sides. It wasn't like they eating fries and stuff, but they started them with like prepared meals. So you eat what we prepare, and then it moved to we give you the ingredients, now you prepare it. And then the last week I think was they prepared themselves. But anyway, of course, after they evaluate everything, like they did the before, like their blood work, weight, all this kind of stuff. People didn't lose a ton of weight with their blood work. It was a big difference between the ones that were vegan and the one that ate meat. They claim it's like a lot of carcinogens and stuff like that in the meat and stuff like that. And man, when they were showing them chickens with the breast and the little legs, like they were toppling over because they put so much stuff in them breast. And even the salmon, like the farm salmon, when they were showing, I mean, they just made meat look awful for everything. But in case, I said all that to say that might be why she can't eat the chicken. Let's see. Oh, Grace, I guess is she going to FAMU? I can't remember. I know she said she's going to school in Florida. And I don't remember her saying.
I thought she was going to like Howard. I don't know. I just assumed she was going to Howard. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think she would be crying. What's her name would be crying like that if she was just going to Howard, because that's right down the street. But she did. I did hear her say she was going to Florida. I don't remember if she said FAMU. I know Alara is going to FAMU from here to Madison. But the whatever Raven, she gave some good advice, because it could be scary depending on what kind of place you come from. Some people are ready to leave their house and go to college. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I'm by myself. I don't know anybody. So it could be some anxiety around that. But once you get there, you become your own person. You find your friends, your tribe. That's where we met at school at Southern. So you really can find a good group of friends and lifelong friends and stuff like that. So hopefully she does well.
She will. It's going to be a lot of people who are going to be running up on her just because she is who she is.
Yep, that's true.
The AKA is going to think that she won a pledge.
Yes, and she probably will.
Probably don't want to.
You don't think so? I'm going to end up like my mama.
And that's something that a lot of people just think. Just because their parent is this, that means that they want to be that as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to be something totally different. You got to be open to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That is true, because one of my line sisters, her whole family AKAs, and she the only Delta. And then I also have in Madison this lady, she like super duper uber Delta, and her daughter wants to be an AKA. So it's just like, people, and I do prefer that if you don't want to be that, like if you feel like, oh, and I also have, it's another Delta, like her, she's a legacy, but it took her like 30 years later, just like she came into it herself when she ready and when she realized that she wanted it, type thing, versus, well, my mama is
the pressure of it. Yeah.
But anyway, Rob and her family go to do a family stretch. I did see on Twitter that they said Juan has been in every episode since he lost his job. I think he's contractually obligated. We have not seen this much of Juan in the entire whole series of Real Housewives. But I know you're happy. So Juan was here again. The boys, I guess all of them are getting stretched. Have you ever been to one of those stretching things like they went to?
No, but let me be quiet, because they're little boys. I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh,
please continue.
Yes. I don't know where you was going, but yes, be quiet. But I will say that one of them, I think it was Corey, that looked, because I can never, they always looked a little weird to me.
Oh, they really look weird now. They don't look like either one of their parents.
No, I thought, okay, it was a scene where the first one that got stretched, I think his name was Corey.
The older one?
Yeah, he looked like Juan. Because when he was laying on that table and smiling, that's when I saw it. I was like,
they both look like Juan, but the older one looks.
And maybe they still have to come into their looks. Because, like, I do think both Juan and Robin are attractive people.
Yes.
But the kids, they haven't quite.
I think the younger one is attractive for his age.
I think they still need to come. Not unattractive. It's just a unique. They have a unique look right now.
It's so precious. It's so
precious. So did you notice too? They said Corey was 15 and he's going to start high school next year.
I didn't hear the age. I just heard that he was going to start high school.
They put the age at the bottom, and I was like, well, maybe that's his age.
That boy done failed. That boy done.
That's why I'm just like, because she was saying that Corey was doing well, and it was the other one that was struggling. But I'm like, if he about to be 16 going into high school next year, both of y'all, yeah, I don't know what they do. Lord, Juan been on the road cheating and not raising kids, and I don't know what Robin been doing, Lord. But anyway,
sleep.
That's true. When she was in the office, she got her text from Candace for the Mother's Day lunch, and Juan did say that was
big of her,
nice of her, big of her to do. And of course, I had to pause and read the text, and also read that she did not respond to Candace's previous text.
She didn't. I noticed that.
So I was
okay. I didn't read what she sent though. What did she send? Since you read it.
I think I don't think I wrote it down, but it was basically like kind of what she said, kind of like, and I think they had shown it before, but kind of like, despite everything else, I'm hoping things are well with you, and praying for y'all, that type of thing or whatever. It seemed like a sincere text that you'll send a friend. It was in March. Let me see. Oh, here it is. She just said she's sorry for what happened to your family. It was on March 16th that she sent it. So yeah, I don't know. But then when Robin was getting stretched with Juan, she was asking him about the job search, and I guess there's no updates. And I will say, the one time that I was looking for, wasn't working and I was looking for work, it's like, it's the worst thing people ask you, how's the job search going? Because if it's not going well, you're just like, no updates, still haven't found any, that type of thing. So, but I think she probably had to ask it for the camera anyway. But since he's not working, he got a lot of time on his hands. And so she was just like, well, we can definitely be more intentional about spending time with each other before you do start working. And all of a sudden, Juan was asleep. Unlike he was when he went to that hotel. He was very intentional about that, paying that tab. But anyway.
Now, come on now. What was it, Simone who fell asleep? On the previous episode of Marriage, Marriage Medicine, she fell asleep. You ain't saying nothing then.
I will say,
don't do wine like that.
I will say that Simone, in her defense, was in the middle of a yoga session where Juan was in an active conversation previously, and then all of a sudden he's
when you fall asleep, you fall asleep. Come on now.
And
come on now.
I've been in a stretching session, and it's my nephew, because I actually asked for a Christmas gift, but we ended up moving. But they do like it's not free, but it's like a cheaper trial session to see if it's something you're interested in. And it's not nothing. It's not a massage. You're not sleeping through that. So,
I wasn't sleeping. I don't sleep through massages. I don't sleep. I want to feel it.
I want to feel it too, but it's something about certain parts of my body. I just fall asleep. I'll be fighting to stay awake because I want to feel it, because you don't know, because it's almost like if you fall asleep, did they leave? Like, you don't know what they did.
I'd be mad because they don't be hard enough. I like it hard.
So Ashley, oh my God. Ashley and her mom are getting ready for this makeup shoot. I don't think I said much about that, but they have this Mother's Day brunch. So that's what they started. So Karen arrives first. what else? Candace and her mom and her sister get there. It really is beautiful. It's a beautiful setting.
It was very nice.
It was very nice. Mia arrives without her mom. Her mama couldn't make it for some reason, but they, of course,
mean mama. Her mama mean.
Yeah, her mom was kind of mean, and they don't have the best relationship. And Mia's mean too, so I'm sure that
she get it honest.
Yeah. Sharice comes with her daughter. I don't know if you noticed Karen's look, and it's probably convenient editing, but it was funny the way they did her edit when Sharice came through the door. Wendy could not come because she had a book signing for her paperback release of her book. And I thought about you. Did you believe she really had a book signing?
What? What happened?
Because I know you're not a Wendy fan. So I was like, I wonder if he believed she really had a book signing.
I did believe. Yeah.
I did too. But I thought it was interesting. Like Nneka was there listening. I was like, why her of all people listening in on this conversation with Wendy. But anyway, so she couldn't be there. But when I forgot who asked, somebody asked, Mia asked Sharice how her and Karen was doing, and she was like basically the same, she basically can't make anybody like her, and she's fabulous, and if you can't see that, then that's not her problem, whatever. And she was like, speaking of people that don't like each other, I saw Jacqueline, and I guess her and Jacqueline still have a relationship because they had met for lunch, and I don't know if it was like it was the next day or something, but they were at an event or something, and Jacqueline was there, but also Nneka happened to be there. And she mentioned first that Jacqueline was crying over the relationship with her and Mia, but then when she met Nneka, she didn't speak favorably at all of Mia. Mia claims that they haven't spoken in over a year. It wasn't intentional. I was like, how you? To me, like
someone and it's been a year.
It's your best friend. Like if it's like another castmate, sure. But if it's your best friend, it has to be intentional to not speak to them. But in any case, Nneka said it was an experience and that she basically for 2 hours was going in on Mia. I thought about that and I was like, that could have been the perfect entry into her. Like it's a real story. You don't have to make nothing up or embellish. You can talk about Jackie not even there to defend herself. You can come and spill the tea to Mia like, I don't know if Jacqueline's still your girl, but this is what happened. But I guess
I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
And then it wouldn't have been two Nigerian girls going against each other, all this kind of crazy stuff that they got going on. But I was like, that might have been a better storyline or even more believable one.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is like episode 10. Like the season is halfway over with. You know what I'm saying? Like she wouldn't have got, I was about to say she wouldn't have got her peach, but she wouldn't have got her cherry blossoms or whatever.
Whatever they got. Yeah. And I also wasn't sure if that happened. Yeah, so that could have happened while they were filming. That's true. Sharice, this is when they're having the lunch with the salty oysters. Do you eat raw oysters?
Never.
Me either. I have had the charbroiled ones from New Orleans and they're delicious. But
I don't know. Okay, so I had it fried, and maybe it was the place that I had it from. I don't ever want oysters again because of where I got it from.
Usually you can't mess up fried stuff that bad. I don't know with the charbroiled ones. It's like they grilled and they put cheese. They put all kind of stuff on top of it. And you don't even.
So you tasted everything but the oyster.
That's what I'm saying. I might not even taste the oyster. And then they got bread you can put on top of it, and yeah, it was good. But yeah, so let's see. And Sharice asked Ashley about the divorce papers. And she was like, how's your love life? And she was just like, she don't
want to sign the damn paper.
She don't want to sign them papers. And she was like, it's emotional. And I just feel like I don't feel the urgency. It's so final. I'm like, you cutting off that money, girl. You cutting off that money.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what it's about.
I don't know how. Okay, so. And I'm asking you, and we probably don't know, but I'll ask anyway. So if you're going through a divorce and your husband is, let's say, responsible for paying for the house that you live in, she has to have, but she must not have it in, because she did say that the agreements and stuff she thought she signed, it wasn't as good as she thought it. So she must be doing better with him
than without.
So, because she was just like, we living separately. It's almost like they're divorced, but the paper's not signed because she need a couple of more months to save up or something. Who knows? But
do a little bit better on TikTok, baby. Do a little bit better.
Right. You have to, or just get off and try something else.
OnlyFans.
Right. That's where she can make some money. I'm sure somebody want to see her new. I forgot what size she got, but she got some new ones. So put them out there, girl. And people make a lot of money on OnlyFans. I heard they were gonna pay Snoop Dogg $100 million to show his junk. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it supposed to be big or something?
I don't know. I haven't heard, but possibly.
What, 100 million?
100 million. And so people, I heard it on this show where they were saying, like, what's your price? Like, would you do it? And of course, a lot of people was like, yeah, I would. And then others were like, no.
Give me 1,000. It's done.
It's on there, huh? But yeah, so, but it's what's the one girl that made so much money? And it's a girl that her and her husband, and I should say I used to know her, but I know we're not connected anymore, but they had started doing it somehow. The way they did it, where they did show their face, but she said it was pretty lucrative. One of my cousins, I think she may have actually done it. I wouldn't put it past her, but people have foot fetishes, so she was gonna do her feet on there. So I don't know. We'll see. But not we'll see, but yeah, she should try that.
I'm one of them. I love feet. Ooh,
really? Feet. So yeah, so maybe like looking at other people's feet.
Look and giving them massages and sucking toes and
really
I love it.
Okay, so that, I mean, people like it. It made me think of that old Girlfriends episode. I rewatch Girlfriends, but that guy had a foot fetish. Like it started off cute because he would buy her these shoes, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then he started he was weird with it though. He was like smelling her feet and stuff and her shoes after she took them off. It was crazy. But anyway, what happened? Nneka, she did ask about Wendy. And Ashley seemed to think that Wendy did not want to bring her mama up into that mess because she knew Nneka was going to be there. But she was saying that her mama would have came there all up in Nneka's face. But, we never see that. We're not going to see that happen. Let me see. Robin couldn't come, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I guess they're going to Surrey on the next episode, but not everybody can come. And Karen was like, well, I can't bring everybody because of insurance. I like that Karen can make up a story. She don't know how to do nothing else. Because even even last time she went to Surrey, she didn't take everybody. But she did take Giselle. But I'm with them. Like, I don't know I thought they made them take everybody, but I'm just like, if I'm going on a trip, I want to take people that I can hang with. Like, I want to have a good time or whatever. So anyway, but we'll see how it goes with. I think this is part of the next episode, but Giselle and Candace are going. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway.
To Surrey?
Yeah, to Surrey.
Let's hope they make up.
It would be nice. It definitely seems like I feel like Candace would be more open to it if Giselle apologizes, but Giselle wants her to apologize. It's almost like, yeah, it's crazy. But
they have both got to see they're wrong in that particular situation, at least from the other person's perspective. It doesn't matter what you think, because it's not necessarily about what you think, right? It's about what the other person thinks. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess in my case, well, my opinion. So with Robin and Candace, I can see it, and we'll talk about that in a second. But with Giselle, I don't see what Candace did to Giselle. I see what Giselle did to Candace, but I mean, except for read her at the reunion, but everybody do that.
I don't even think that Giselle cares about what happened at the reunion. I think Giselle loves it when people do that at the reunion. I think she loves it.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't respond to it.
She never does. Never does.
So I don't think she cares about what happens at the reunion.
But Candace had an inspirational song for the mothers. Ash, that was totally Candace. Because she was like, I have a gift for you all. I'm just like, oh my God. She sounded beautiful, but I was just like, of course, her gift is her.
She got some pipes.
She got a nice voice. And she was singing when she was emotional, because that's harder to sing with your breath and stuff. But anyway, Candace and Robin.
Not me.
I don't know. Let me go through my old voicemail, see if I missed it.
I was emotional. Is
that what it was? Or maybe I was like, delete. What was that? I'll just play. So Candace and Robin meet up, and Candace basically was like, she basically just wanted, her whole thing was she still had hope, and she wanted Robin to really explain what she was doing to hurt her. So Robin mentions the tweets about her and Juan that, of course, they show almost every episode, and how she didn't understand how a friend would do that, and how she felt that basically if something had happened in the past, she wouldn't throw her husband under the bus for anything. So why would she bring it up on the show to embarrass her husband? So I did get that. That definitely made sense. But the show is about drama stuff. So I'm just like, and I guess everybody, only Giselle knew about it. So they ain't gonna bring it up or whatever. But I don't feel like Robin should be mad that it does get brought up, because that's what y'all do, bring up stuff in the past to embarrass people on the show. And of course, Twitter, they don't miss. They brought up every little thing that Robin has brought up that had been in the past. They was like, Blue Eyes was in the past. Remember she brought that picture of Blue Eyes with Karen in Vegas? But they always bringing stuff from the past.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Failed argument from Robin, but I do get her stance on that or whatever. And then she claimed her biggest issue was that Candace was spreading the narrative that basically Giselle and her were in cahoots for that season to say this stuff about Juan, and that this part I thought was interesting because I never heard this perspective, but that it was against, basically Robin doesn't, it was kind of almost against her character to defend her like that, but it must have been part of their plan. Like, okay, what I'm going to do this season is talk about Chris, you defend him, and then blah, blah, blah. That's a little
too much.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, that seemed like that was a little extra. I
didn't even understand it. Like at the time I was just like, I was tired. I was about to fall asleep. Thank you for explaining it, because I didn't understand it at the time.
Yeah, it was one of those where I was just like, what? Because it was confusing. It wasn't straightforward, but that's what I got from it. Now I do feel like 100% believe that the story was a cahoots as far as, okay, this season we're going to say this about Chris. This is what we're going to run with. Now, Robin defending it, or if Robin was involved in it, probably so. I don't know that. I can't imagine her not knowing about it. Just like I felt this season, they were in cahoots, like, okay, girl, this stuff coming about Juan. We can't not talk about it. So we're going to have a little thing. You come to my house. We're going to act like this or whatever. So I feel like that happened. And I
agree to the last part.
But the reason I kind of believe Candace is because Candace apparently was involved in the whole thing with Monique. Yeah, that they had brought her in on, so she knows how they roll, and so she was kind of like, oh, now it's my turn type of thing. So I feel like it was some truth. Now, what I didn't get was Candace saying like, "But you making this about you?" It was almost like, and I do feel like birds of a feather flock together. People were saying, and I forgot about this, of course, on Twitter, that there's been plenty of times that, oh, not plenty, but a couple where Robin was like, are we mad at so-and-so right now? Or that type of thing. So I think it was some truth to both sides, but none of it, I mean, I feel like that whole thing was a waste. And if they both like apologize and be like, look, I'm sorry that you felt that this was whatever, or I'm sorry. What they said when you say I'm sorry that I felt, it's not really apology, but basically I see where you're coming from and I could have not done those tweets, or I'm sorry that, somebody that I'm hang out with said those things and I didn't defend you well, or act blah, blah, blah. So I feel like they could still stay friends, but I don't think they need to at this point. Like, why would you be friends with her if you know you can't stand Giselle in that show? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I can be good friends with somebody who's good friends with really best friends with somebody that we just don't link at all, that type of thing. But anyway,
that ain't me. It's kind of like, well, for me, it's like if you and Alicia fell out, I would still be friends with you, and I would still be friends with Alicia. I just wouldn't tell y'all that I'm talking to either one of y'all.
Well, okay. I think this is different. Like the scenario you gave is different because we have history. I don't consider Giselle, Candace, and Robin historic friends. Robin and Giselle are, but Candace is not. So like if Candace like had a friend on the show that was like lifelong friends type thing, maybe. But to me, the friendship that she had with Robin was a couple of years at best. The friendship she had with Giselle a couple of years, it's not strong enough for her to stay friends with Robin, knowing Giselle don't like it, that type of thing. But anyway,
okay, right.
We'll see what they do. I think I mentioned before, but next episode they're gonna go on a Surrey trip. But remember how Karen said she's gonna pull names out of the hat, and she said, "I put all the names in the hat that I wanted on the trip, and I pulled them out." And she pulled Giselle, Ashley, Candace,
but in front of everybody. Like, how you do that?
I don't know if she did it in front of everybody because she was having dinner with Ray when she said this. So
your girl is crazy. Karen is crazy.
She is. But I love it. I like Karen this season. So I usually always like Karen for the most part. I don't think it's a season where I didn't really like her. I can say it's seasons I didn't like Giselle, Robin. I don't know if it's Mia for sure. But that was it for this week's episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like, just like Married to Medicine. So hopefully something really sparks up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for this fight.
They better show it because they have not. Everything I saw of the fight has been other people posting. I have not seen Bravo post the fight.
Right. And you would think that Bravo would want to post this fight.
Yeah, because that's what everybody's waiting for. We're going to be mad if we don't see it.
Or at least them talking about it. Like, I could see them not, showing it because the cameras weren't there. I get that. Mm-hmm. But talk about it.
Yeah. And show, I'm pay that person for that video and show clips, edit it how y'all need to. But yeah, several people got dragged from what I could see.
I'm still trying to figure. I know y'all told me who got dragged or whatever, but I want to see it for myself.
It looked like, I don't know. It was the Wendy's friend, I think, the one that I think she has the spa. And I thought it was Wendy's friend and Ashley's friend that got into the fight. But somebody was trying to break them up, but they ended up falling too. It was a mess. So we'll see. But that's it for Potomac this week.
All right. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Yes. Y'all have a good one.